Good afternoon, folks. I've been playing around a little bit with the EP fiber or the synthetics, but made from macrame yarn for some time, and was sitting here at the bench several days ago and got to wondering about a fly pattern that had been more or less my personal nemesis when I first started tying, and one that I eventually figured out but did not tie quickly enough to where it ever became a regular occurrence, and that is the humpy. Now, what I would like to show you is taking the ideal of the humpy and using synthetics in place of some of the naturals that are usually used in tying it. Now we're going to start with a size 12 dry fly hook. We're going to thread the hook back to the barb. We're going to snip off the tail. For the tail of the humpy, we're going to use macrame yarn, or homebrew fiber as I refer to it a lot. We're going to give it a little bit of a tail. So now we've got a little bit of a tail that we can adjust later. We're going to take away, we're going to cut loose. Now the body of this particular one, for the camera's sake and just to talk about, I'm going to make out of blue fiber. So first we need to tie in what is going to be our wing case. So we're going to use the same rust color fiber that we used for the tail to make the wing case. So we're going to tie it in on top and stop back at the barb. We're going to use the blue to make the underbody. We're going to tie it in also. Now once we have the underbody tied in, we're going to take the macrame fiber and palmer it around and build up our underbody. And we're going to stop about 2 eye lengths back, being careful not to get our wing case material mixed in with our underbody material. We're going to tie that down. Trim off the excess. Now we're going to take separate the tail back out. We're going to pull it straight up and pull it forward and put it on top. And tie it down. We're going to trim off the excess. We're going to take a hackle feather, a grizzly dyed olive. We're going to strip off some of the fibers to get a bare stem. We're going to tie that bare stem in, and then palmer that feather in. Going to bind down that feather. We're going to put in a couple of half hitches. Trim off the rest of our hackle feather. We're going to use just a drop of head cement or super glue or whatever your favorite product is. Just a drop on our thread. We're going to come back to that tail. But instead of cutting it, we're going to shave it by running the scissors at an angle through it, which makes it irregular, gives us a little bit of a irregular tail. Now, this version of a Humpy is extremely buoyant. I have tested it in trout stream, I have tested it in pond. A little bit of water repellent on it and a little bit of fly dry after it gets wet or fumated silica powder, and it floats extremely well. And it's a lot easier to do the underbody and the wing case with the synthetic. In my opinion, it has a potential for being a really good bluegill fly when they're picky. And I've read many articles about people using Humpies to catch bluegill at various times of the year. Thank you for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.